What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about how I made a little bit over $40,000 trading the NASDAQ. I took a little bit over 4 or 5 trades. I took a loss, I took a break even, I took a few wins. I'm going to be going over all of my trades and explaining them exactly, my thought process behind them, why I'm taking them, and how you guys can take the same exact trades. For those of you guys that don't know who I am, my name is Ivan. I like to tell you guys how I look at the markets because I look at them differently than everybody else. And I've made a YouTube bootcamp explaining my exact strategy, how I find my fibs, how I find my bias, how I do everything from A to Z, and how I make money. And people make money off of it. And it's a really good tool. If you guys haven't checked it out, I would suggest you do. It's this YouTube playlist that's going to be linked right there. But other than that, let's get into the video. Let's talk about the trades and let's make sure that you understand. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 6 o'clock on Sunday, right? And on 6 o'clock every single Sunday with my Discord server, I have a call with them, right? In this call, I talk about the weekly bias and what I would like to see happen the next week. The previous week, right? Let's talk about the bias. Now, on Sunday, July 19th, this is when we had our call, right? And this is when we were talking about the bias. We were looking at the market like this. Number one, the market has taken out this low. Now, for those of you guys that know me, you guys know what my model is. You guys have watched the model video. If you haven't, it's right up there. Over here, you guys can see that we get this first take of this low, which is the first fake sweep. After we get the fake sweep, what we are expecting is a pullback, right, to add sellers. After we add sellers, we want to see the market move lower. So what's our bias coming into the week? Our bias is bullish and then bearish, up and then down. It's very simple. And I talk about this in my 3rd or 4th bootcamp video where I talk about understanding bias. So if we take a look at what happens from Sunday, the market ends up going up. This is Monday. Tuesday, the market ends up going up. Tuesday puts in the high. Wednesday, the market reverses. Thursday, the market drops. Friday, the market drops. At the end of the week, the market is down, and this is where the market's currently at. So what do we think is going to happen when the new week opens, right? My bias coming into this week is bullish and then bearish, once again, right? The reason for this is because we've got the sweep of this low right here. We have taken out this low, so I would like to see the market come up, rebalance this leg, and then ideally end up moving even lower, right? So now, when we end up going onto the 5-minute, well, let's even go onto the 1-minute here, and we take a look to see how the market opens. It ends up opening up with this huge gap, and we end up getting this huge candle. This candle opens, and it doesn't actually have a wick at the bottom, which means that this is going to be a target for us in the future, and we are going to go away from it. This is a silver platter setup. Like, this is amazing. This is so good, right? Because look at the next candles. The next candle starts stalling, price ends up pulling back, and this is, it just starts chopping around, right? The reason that this wick up here is significant, and if you have watched my bias video and you've watched my candlestick video, then you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Over here, take a look at the volume of these candles. Take a look at the 6 o'clock candle. The 6 o'clock candle volume is a lot bigger than all of the candles that are to come after it, right? And we have a wick there. So it's very clear that we are going to go up for this wick. And if we take a look from this low all the way up until this high, we have a 104-point move, right? So even if you ended up entering right here, right, you end up getting your 70-point move. You get your 50 points. Very clear draw right here. So this was the first opportunity. Now, I ended up entering right here. When the market ripped up and it pulled back. And this is where I took my buys, right here. Now, I took these, and my entry wasn't exactly at the bottom, but I knew that this was going to play. And the reason for that was because over here we have this high. This high ends up getting taken out, and once again, my model is playing out. We take out this high, we pull back, we add buyers, and I'm expecting for the market to have an impulsive move up right now. And I end up getting about 60 points right here. And I take this trade to Asia high, Boom, right there. Now Asia session ends up opening up, and it ends up dropping right after we take out this Asia high. This is my first trade of the day. It's a win. The next thing I do here is I end up marking out this manipulation. I take this high and I end up taking it down to this low because right now we are bearish. Right now the market is selling off. Okay? The market is going to extend to -1 to -2.5 to -4. Right? So the market comes down to -1, and this area actually interests me a lot. Over here we have one wickless. Over here we have a second wickless. We actually end up getting this third wickless as well as this little imbalance. We have this level, and we have -1. So like we have, 3-4 confluences. I really like this spot. Let's take a look and see what happens. On the 1 minute, NQ ends up making a low and resweeping that low. If we take a look at ES, ES fails to do that. ES actually puts in a higher low if you take a look right here. Same exact chart, NQ went lower, ES went higher. So because of this, this is a really good sign, and I end up getting into buys here. Now, this is, my entry wasn't here. I ended up entering on the next candle. I ended up entering about right there. Now, my stop loss was 50 ticks. I had a take profit of 50 points, and I'm just letting this thing go, right? Realistically, it ran 32 points. I could have went break even, and, that would have been great. But I didn't go break even, right? And I let this thing go to stop loss. And when it went to stop loss and as it stopped me out, honestly, I think my entry was a little bit right there because it stopped me out on this candle, right? And when it stopped me out, I shorted on the next candle. And I got into these sells. And I took these shorts down to this -2.5. Actually, it was about half a point to a point above this -2.5. And that's important because over here, I had this buy limit set. I was waiting for this -2.5 here to hit, and I ended up taking profit on these shorts, right? This hit, and this ended up making back my loss that I took right here, and then some. This ended up edging, so I ended up canceling my limit, and you can see this thing ended up actually playing. That's the craziest part. Had I gotten filled here, I would have gotten a 50-point move, right? It would have been a back-to-back play. I would have gotten these shorts into the longs. And that's the craziest part because the previous day, on Friday, that's the exact same trade that I got, right? Over here, I ended up getting these shorts, right? Which I took, right? I took this loss, I took this short, and then I had a buy limit right there, and I took this buy, and I ended up catching this entire candle, which was sick. Same exact thing, but I ended up missing this limit right here. So that sucks, but it is what it is. So what ends up happening later, right? The market ends up moving lower right here, and I end up taking this trade. I end up taking these buys when the market comes down to my second level that I have off my indicator and closing right above it. I end up getting into the market right here. I enter with my 50 tick stop loss, and my take profit was Asia high. And this is the trade I ended up taking. This trade ended up playing out for $8,000 profit, and I was already up on my accounts, but I ended up holding this the whole way. And I actually woke up at 2 a.m., so right here. It's actually moving so slow, but I'll show you guys right here. I ended up waking up at 2 a.m. right here as it edged Asia high, and it was like a spidey sense, right? It was telling me maybe you should close, but I knew that we were gonna go up because that was just my bias. That's what I'm expecting because it's a Sunday, and that's why I put my TP there. Like I understood, okay, because we have this gap, we should go away from the gap. I'm happy that these shorts played out, but these longs should go. We should leave this gap. This gap shouldn't be hit, right? And if you watch my videos, then you understand exactly what I'm talking about. This isn't new, right? Sunday is a very directional move. And if you guys do watch my videos, vouch for this in the comment section, right? If you do know this, right, then you should have made money. You could have clicked buy at any time throughout the day and you would have realistically made money. So over here, I ended up waking up, going back to sleep. I ended up hitting take profit here at about 440, 450. So TP smacked over there. That's awesome. And so we end up getting onto the market here at 8 o'clock, right? And this is what we see. We see that the market has come up. It has taken out London high. We can see that it has come down. It has taken out London low. Technically, this is a bearish New York reversal. This means that the market should now drop and go all the way down to Asia low and then ideally, like technically that gap, right? Now, because it's Monday and because it's the start of the week, remember what my bias is, right? It's doing what I want it to do, right? From the open, we were bullish, right? I don't want to see it drop right now because I feel like it's too early. I'd like to see it go up. So I'm going to be bullish. What are we going to fib? Now, inside of my Discord server, I gave them a checklist, right? It's a checklist of what they have to do every single morning, a pre-market checklist, right? This is everything that you need to draw. This is everywhere you need to look, right? If you do this, then you will have the same exact fibs as me. You will have the same exact bias as me, right? Like you cannot fuck this up. And right, one of the things in the checklist is the after London fib, right? And the after London fib is up here and it's on the 5-minute and we can see it, right? We can see it from this high. We can see it down to this low. This ends up giving me -2, -2.5, -4. Well, sorry, -1, -2.5, and -4. Now, as per my checklist states that price extends to -1, -2.5, and -4. So we have railed through -1. I'm assuming that we're going to go to this -2.5. This -2.5 actually lines up very nicely with this level I have on my indicator. It's the same level actually from last night. So I'm thinking that we're going to go lower here, shorts until there, and then we can get longs. Right now, I don't end up taking these shorts, but we do end up getting them. Over here, the market ends up coming down to this level. We can see that it comes up and we end up getting this OTE that we can take. We can take it from this high, we can take it down to this low. Price ends up giving us a -2.5 right here as well. So now we have 3 confluences. We have the -2.5, we have the second -2.5, and we have the level off of our indicator. Over here, I end up getting into these buys right here. And I end up taking these on my Tradeifys. And I mean, I went for my 50 points and we play this out. Beautiful, 50 points hit. And right after that, price ended up dumping, which is why I love having a mechanical take profit, right? Like, look at how many times that 50 points just plays over and over again, right? Look at all of my videos. So even if you got a little bit of a later entry, right? Even if your entry was a little bit shittier, but if you still went for the 50 points, your entry could have been as late as, 6:49 for you to go for your 50 points and hit. So that's what's awesome, right? I had my entry right down here and I ended up getting my 50 points. So I'm still happy, right? My bias played out because I thought, okay, we would go up, right? But the market failed. It did go down, but mechanically speaking, this is why I was bullish. I wanted to be bullish, but I understand exactly why we dropped. And I'm happy I capitalized off of this. I'm happy I won on that, right? And yeah, I feel like today was a really good day. Today was very clean, especially with the overnight move. So now we're going to be seeing what the market gives us coming into the Asia session tonight. Market opens in 30 minutes. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you leave a like, comment any questions you guys may have. And if not, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.